Plus she's got that buster chip now as well, so we can get a little bit extra mileage.
Moving. If the corpse get a fix on our location, we won't last long in a direct fight. Keep up the hit and run, and we might just get through this.
Okay. 11 hours. I mean, you know, I've kind of given the game away at this point that there is more than just, you know, the 11 hours that we have to deal with, but this game came out in like 2016. I think that ship has sailed. The only remaining question is what to do now, and can we do it somewhat less disastrously than before? I happen to know that following the no doubt very interesting events of Day 4, that all of our mission targets are going to get shuffled, so there's really no point in doing an executive terminals. Could do this CFO, which notably would like make us not go over the limit, because it's only 6 hours away, and it's KNO, and it's one of the more lightly armoured. Well, actually, I think there's only one level 4. There's 2 level 4s on the map, and the rest of these are level 3s. I think we're going to Madrid to rob another CFO.
There's a highly placed executive burning the midnight oil at this office, with half the security detail that someone with that kind of access would usually have. Let's crack open his brain and steal his access codes.
Hell yeah.
The demons are just doing their jobs. Try not to disturb them.
You'll note that I chose not to bring the monomolecular railgun. What is everyone's situation? Okay, I probably should have done this earlier. But Internash has the charge pack and the buster chip. Whereas I think Prism, as the current bearer of the cloak, is probably a... Well, I mean, we found out, I learned the hard way, that the charge pack only takes 2 off of the cooldown, so I think that's probably a bit of a lost cause at this point. Ah, we're straight into silly buggers with the doors. Yeah, that's about what I thought. Okay, so how much do you want to bet that one of those guys is coming through here? Uh-huh. Fortunately, he's coming through in a straight line. And he's not going to see us. That turret is a problem, but... do I break out the dagger yet? I mean, it's not really much point. It's 3 for 3 versus 3 for 3, so... Oh, hey, more of them. What's your deal? You're going to walk that way, so you're not going to see Prism. Oh, that's kind of a crowded, very early room, isn't it? We might have to, break out some tricks in order to get through there without leaving anyone anywhere where we don't want to leave people. Well, okay. It might be worth buying ourselves some time by doing a little sprint bullshit.
I heard something.
And if really need be, we can get Prism some extra points. Now, this man is going to walk out here and he's going to turn around and he's going to come and investigate this spot. I think we want Internash to have the cloak for this. Because she's going to be the one who's going to have to walk into the most danger in the least certainty of what the hell's going on. Now, do some hacking. That demon is completely useless. That demon is kind of a pain, but whatever, we can work with it. Now Prism has some speed. Probably should have closed that door. Definitely should have closed that door.
What the?
Huh? Oh, come
Investigating the
on.
area. Now we can't see anything.
Alarm level 1.
Right, well,
Additional cameras activated. Don't let them see you.
What was that?
straight into fun times. And we've gone into alarm level.
Damn it, they got away.
Right.
Damn it, they got away.
I'm gonna be annoyed about that safe for a little while.
What was that?
That really does not seem like that ought to have been the sightline. But hey, question is, what's he going to do now, and how can we best... Well, is he on his grenade bullshit? That's actually really bad. What's our ping range like with him? We can get him anywhere useful. If he moves here... Our big problem right now is that he's going to walk diagonally this way, and if he's facing diagonally here, he'll be able to see us around that corner. And I can't ping him anywhere that's close enough. If I ping him to this point, what will he do? Because that's exactly enough range to interest him. He'll have to go around the corner to reach there. He should be able to do it. Oh, hell. That... what? Well, that pretty much just made it worse, didn't it? This is the only thing I can think of that might salvage that. Yeah. Right to hell is where this went. It's possible that after the high of how the last mission ended, we might go right back into the shit. Like, I don't see any great way of getting out. Like, the only thing I can think of that would actually get us out of that grenade is if he decides not to throw it because there is a friendly there. He is investigating. He's trying to investigate that point. But yeah, it don't look great. And I think we're just going to have to deal with this.
Throwing grenade. Looking around.
Yeah, he just threw that grenade. Now he's going over there. And we have basically no meaningful way of getting away from it. International's going completely the wrong way to get to him. I'm pretty sure we can't do anything nifty like blocking the shots for the drone. That said, I wonder, because that grenade stuns. Oh, okay, that was the drone. Whatever. So, like, I wonder. Will she actually survive that, or will she just get knocked out? Really not a lot of good ways to know.
The executive has been located. Disable him and get his cerebral implant ready for the interrogation.
Man, me and CFO missions, huh? Yeah, see, she's got KO too. Of course, we now have no idea what that guy's going to do. The drone's out for the time being. This guy's being kind of a dick, just sitting there looking right at the door. I mean, it's only in his peripheral vision, so we can get in there. No idea where the other guys are. That camera is not very useful.
I think I saw something.
And that room's just a big box. The guard elevator's down there. Or at least that's the one we know about. There aren't any other doors in here. In fact, I guess everything else must be down this way. Huh. So this whole thing is a big featureless void. We don't know when people are going to come through that door.
What?
I mean, if this whole thing is screwed, we might as well at least just get on with it.
We're digging into his cerebral implant now, but it'll take a few minutes. Stay close to the target so I can keep the scan running.
So everything's going to hinge on exactly what this guard does. Like, I would presume that they can...
Alarm level 2. Vital levels increased.
The cerebral implant is transmitting. Begin deepening the scan.
Oh my god. This fucking game, I swear to god. I cannot believe that worked. Like, I wasn't completely sure how that was going to all pan out, but I want to say that I should get at least like half credit for that gambit, because that looked pretty final. And this may yet be irritating if we can't deal with that door properly. I'm gonna move here and then peek. Facility database, demon database. I mean, nice thing about the level 3 disruptor is, well, it lasts one more turn on cooldown than the guy gets knocked out for. You can charge pack that, but there's other ways. Personally, my favourite thing is to have an augment that handles item cooldowns. Now, time is kind of really not on our side on this one. Might be worth burning a dagger to just get that turret, just to use it as a camera. Okay. Well, we're back in business. There's still the guards that are here. I don't know what they're up to. They're probably pissing about somewhere in this dark area. We'll probably start hearing them as they start getting closer. Oh.
Interesting. He's had me mimic defense training. This is going to be trickier than expected.
The text says mimetic, but the voice says mimic, and I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. My mind just immediately goes to like something like, oh, he's contracted the guys from Inception to teach him how to not have people break into his brain while he's asleep. That's just how I end up thinking about it anyway. Now, after we're done in here, we're going to need to get Internash through here, out through here, through that room and down there. And that's going to hinge heavily on what the idiots are doing at the time. And meanwhile, an enforcer is going to spawn either from there or from somewhere in here. And we'll need a plan on dealing with him. Unbelievably irritatingly, I still haven't given Prism any points in hacking. I've got a real bad feeling about this room. Oh, hey.
Well, that was unexpected. See if you can use it to our advantage.
That's the first time we've seen that in 3 streams. So this is the legendary demon reversal that has a 10% chance of happening every time a demon launches. There aren't actually very many, like, it's not like every demon has an opposite. I think there are actually only 3 reversed demons. And the one that we've got makes our programs cheaper. Which is handy because it's alarm level 2. And can we get all programs power cost by 1, so we got alarm level 2 and we can use rapier for 2 power instead of 3. Can get an additional 2 power, but I'd rather have Internash do that. I would like to be able to prepare a gambit to get the executive a bit closer, but we can't drag him far enough. There's not enough cover in that room. I need more power, but it's not ideal, is it? You have no idea what these guys are all doing. And they're like, I can't believe there aren't any cameras there. And there's got to be more guards here somewhere.
Hey, you okay?
Oh, goody.
Reinforcements
Damn it,
arrived.
we've got a signal out. Expect more company soon.
Now this actually probably isn't as dangerous as it looks. That's it, there's almost certainly a camera there. Which is a pain. Where is the camera? Is it over here? It can't be. You know, the Enforcer isn't going to be that well armoured. Let's see, I think it's probably best if... we'll have them somewhere it'll be slightly out of sight, but the scan grenade will find when it gets thrown. So we've got 3 more turns. It's gonna take him a couple turns to get in there. And that's if we don't have Prism intercept him first, which she's gonna be capable of. I mean, not immediately. But he should run out. There's no reason for him to look behind him. He'll be pathfinding straight to the door. And we've got our ping on standby. Sadly, a tune algorithm can't reduce the cost of a program below 1 power, I don't think. Not a lot more time to do things with Rapier while it's cheap. Why isn't that turret? Did I hack that turret? I did hack that turret. I could just, like, leave that turret there. If anyone wants to walk past it, they'll get shot. Like that.
Hey, investigating.
Alarm level 3. Additional guard patrols. They are coming for you.
This guy's fine. He doesn't start being
Broken him
alerted.
down now. Almost there, operator.
No one's coming up here for a while still. And that enforcer's right there. I mean, I'd have to burn the charge pack to do it, but we could absolutely take him. But I'd rather just get a bit more of a handle on whatever the hell's going on in the rest of this place first. Yeah, there's that camera. Unfortunately, we kind of need that camera dealt with. Probably best to wait, I think. If only I'd given the buster chip to Prism.
The data's starting to come in now. Just a little longer.
Right, I think it's time to just move this idiot. Save ourselves a tiny bit of time. If I absolutely have to, I can hack that turret, but I'd really rather not because I've got the cameras in here to deal. Well, I mean, when it comes to it, we can just peg it through here. I have no idea what's waiting for us. The elevator can't be very much further. And always there's that drone, and we've got ping. There's what? There's 3 conscious guards right now? You, what's your plan? You're, again, walking right past us. We can have Prism taken. We are going to have to move her though, because those sight lines are not favourable. Like, there's this nanofab here, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I'm curious. I've got a whole bunch of money. We could hack it. But I don't really feel like deciding on what to do until we get into Nash down there and find out where are the consoles. Like, we found 2 consoles. Like, where are they? Are there just like another 3 down here all by the exit elevator or something? That sounds like the kind of bullshit this game would do.
I think someone's targeting turret.
We've got the vault passcodes. I've ejected a mem chip from his port. Grab it and get the hell out of there.
Right. Don't need to fucking tell me twice. Excuse me. I should probably drink some water. Give me a second. Stay hydrated, folks. Now, how bad is it out here? Looks relatively clear. They're all going to be busy dealing with that turret for a bit. Oh, this camera is like watching this guy. I mean, no, I'm not gonna experiment with this right now. I have this curiosity about what the mechanics are about this, because I feel like if the guard is in a space that's watched by the camera, and then we melee the guard, then the camera would be like, hey, that seems suspicious. Anyway, we're just gonna hide out for a bit. It's gonna be once per 4 turns we can hack anything of any note, and there's a safe here and there's a nanofab there, and Internash has the Buster chip, and, you know, that's lovely. We just have to get her there. She is gonna have cloak in a bit, so that might help a little bit. And there is that drone. I mean, there's really just the Enforcer and the drone. They're gonna shoot the turret, and they're gonna be like, hey.
Turret cleared. Turret cleared.
Alarm level 4. Additional guard patrols. They are coming for you.
Oh, did I really forget to drop the guard? That was... It's very bad form to finish a turn still dragging a guard. The problem with that is when you're dragging a guard, you can't do anything, and dropping the guard counts as an action. So if you get spotted while dragging a guard, you are like right fucked. Okay. You're going that way, you're gonna investigate that guard. What I figure I can do... Like, stings to lose that safe, but... What I figure I can do... is distract you. Messing with this door. And then prepare to get out this way. So it's going to take you a bit to get over there anyway. It costs me far too much to use Rapier to hack things right now. Like, it would take me 15 power to hack that drone. Excuse me. You can all have fun with that. And if my cards are played right...
Investigating area.
Alright, yeah, there is a small matter of that new guy who's spawned. Why are you all going this way? I'm really very suspicious of that. Oh right, she does not have the key card. Well, great. Clever. Well, who's going what way? Now I need to know this with even more renewed urgency. That drone is going around here somewhere. That drone is currently around here and it's going to move into this place. Right, and there's also the small matter of this arsehole. He's coming in here and he's going to do the exact same thing that the other guy did. I feel like we can exploit the hell out of this. Where's he? Okay, he's going all the way down there. So it's really just a matter of how the hell to get Internash out of here. I think, irritating as it is, we might want to actually have to wait here a bit. Because that drone's going to come in here and it's going to start its scanning bullshit. But we have no eyes out there. It's basically a kill zone.
Looking around.
Really? You're only moving there? Right, you're doing that bullshit again. Prism is still not charged. You know, a dagger for another turn. I could hack that drone this turn by using the buster chip and one shot of rapier, but you can already see one guy. I'm not sure where the other guy is. I'm not sure where this little sliver of vision is coming from. You're going in there. I mean, should we just keep sitting on this guy? I don't especially like it, and if any of those guys start poking through this way, they're gonna start happening upon us. And I don't like that. I feel like I had an opportunity to close this door. Well, we have it now. I mean, we'd have to... That guy is not waking up for a while, so... we can afford to spend one turn not sitting on him. Ah, how fortuitous.
Throwing grenade.
The drone didn't scan us. Man out here is still coming that way. we are more or less in the clear. And that guy's all going in there. They're all going to check on the exec, who's, he's long gone. Might actually get this safe. Oh, and we're close enough to finally get that power. Well, I guess... avail of the opportunity to do some shopping? We got another net downlink. We have a thermal disruptor 3, which I'm not entirely certain how these things work. I've never used thermal disruptors. I think it can pierce up to 3 armor and it will use 2 power per point up to 3. So there is that. The notion of it is that it's got more armor piercing than it would have otherwise, but it requires power to do that, unlike the ordinary vanilla neural disruptor, which has a lower armor piercing. Also, this thing seems to have more cooldown, so I don't know, it has the same cooldown, 1 more armor piercing, and it uses power. Now, we got the Paralyzer. Paralyzer 3 is a pretty solid Paralyzer. That's 4 extra turns of guards being out. And we've got the Accelerator chip, which lets us, you use it at a console instead of hijacking it, and it gives you more power. And it's got a pretty short cooldown. I'm always intrigued at the idea of having more paralyzers, but I don't think any of these are really doing it for me. So, okay. I mean, I know a paralyzer would be situationally quite handy at right this exact minute on account of this bullshit, but we're just going to drag this guy further. The reason I went out of my way to shut that door is so that when this man comes in here, he wouldn't see us, and we're going to have an extra chance. And if we need to, we can ambush him as he comes through that door. We will then have multiple guards that we'll have to be babysitting, but, you know, what the hell ever. And we've got a ping. Do not forget that we've got a ping. I should have dropped him. What happens if I have international sprint at this point? Like, I think we're getting... I don't think we're close enough for him to hear that. We then continue our sprinting operation around here. Even if he does hear that, what's your plan? You're coming back out this way. Of course you are. He's not going to see us, though. Like, he's walking out. If he was on this plane and he was walking diagonally in this direction, he would see us. But as is, he's going to walk out here and he's going to turn this way and he's going to not see us. He might see us when he walks onto this spot, but we'll be ready for him. Now, What the hell's going on over here, and what is that guy's deal? I'm intensely suspicious of him because he's walked out of frame and he was investigating somewhere down here, and I don't know if he's going into his new spot or not. And that camera is weird about its perspective, and I don't want to let go of this guy. We are so close. Oh, I guess the guy did hear us.
Alarm level 5. Enforcers deployed.
Oh, boy.
Do not fight them. You will not win.
What was that? Investigating.
Well, the good news is that the agent identified was International. Really? That does not look like it should be watched. Well, anyway. Time to cloak. We could KO him, but, like, what would be the point, honestly? Now, our enforcing friend is about to walk out here. And he's going to make a beeline for that door. Annoying as it is, we can't have this guy exactly here. Because, and you know, this is one of those things that every Invisible Ink player learns the hard way. You cannot ambush while you are pinning someone. So I think we're going to want to move this guy down here. And I think we're going to want to stand in wait here. And the guy's going to walk through the door and we're going to have him. As for what we'll do after that, it's a surprise. But, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that safe. It's got a demon on it. And this is one of those times in which the little unknown things are the things that are going to mess everything up.
Investigating area.
Looking around.
Right, that's where that guy is. Anyway. What a lot of fun this has all been, huh? Oh. Server terminal. Now, as for our plan, what we can do with two bodies is we can be dragging one while standing on top of another. This technically lets us pin both of them at the same time. However, we can't drop the new body here because, like, as it reminds us, we can't stack bodies. Alright, this guy, right, I guess this guy's probably gone on alert because it's alarm level 5, and one of the things that alarm level 5 does is it puts everybody on alert. So I guess the question is, how many spaces is he going to move when he goes moving? He isn't armoured. Really? There's another one. I guess why would I ever not expect there to be another one? Well, Prism has that charge pack. In fact, this is the exact reason why Prism has that charge pack. Door is closed, and yet there's a vision cone emanating from it, so possibly it has coverage, or possibly there's a camera behind here. I think that's altogether more likely, but I really don't like gambling on this kind of thing at this point. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I'm very glad that I did not hack that secondary server terminal. What are you doing? You're going out that way. You know, I'm basically fine with that. This is another one of them heavy guys, yeah. I'm not too bothered about that safe. I think I'll use the Buster chip on it next turn. Very carefully about where to hide Prism during this. Because as long as we can get her safely away, we're basically home free. You can all busy yourselves with the party when you all wake up. And then you can go that way. Don't you love this high drama, folks?
What happened?
Is he even carrying an... Wow, this is an entire original undiscovered guard here. Just thinking carefully, we're going to have 4. Okay, yes, we can still get through that door. I just want to have a little peek at the cat's goods. What do we got? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's an interesting one. Taurus, it does exactly what it says. It takes a demon and it moves it somewhere, which is, I mean, I don't think it's worth 2 power to do that. I don't know, and we've only got 1 free slot. Overdrive. Yeah. I mean, that's a trade-off. This will make all of our... Well, we only have 2 programs with a cooldown. Those are Ping, 4 turns, and Dagger. So, what this is going to do, it's going to make Rapier consistently more expensive, which is kind of a big deal right now, because the whole point of Rapier is that it's extremely cheap. However, it will change Dagger so that it breaks 5 for 4 and can be used every 2 turns. I don't know how I feel about it. I think the fact that we have both Rapier and Dagger means that this is never going to be entirely synergistic. I don't think. Certainly if I had just like a ordinary lockpick or something. The other thing about Overdrive is that anything that doesn't have a cooldown is basically all this does is make it worse. If you are an absolute moron, you can take Overdrive while you have Fusion as your power generation program. You definitely should not do that. Man. Frigging finally, right?
Hey, you okay? Investigating. You okay?
Right. And after much whatever the hell that was, we are out of here with even more money and a vault key.
That card
God
opens
damn.
up all sorts of interesting possibilities. Let's not let it go to waste.
Altogether, broadly a lot less exciting than the last mission, but like, holy shit if I didn't think that we were finished on like turn 3. And we kept it going from there. Like, this fucking game, this game is like a like high pressure improvisation simulator. It gets you into the shit. And somehow, there always seems to be a way to get back out of it. Now, I think carrying capacity is starting to become a concern. Prism's hacking is like, I don't know. I feel like it's less of a thing because we've got International. The consoles only need to be hacked once, and she's just broadly better at it. So I still think I would rather have her with more movement. And finally, one of these two, but not both, is getting an additional, like another additional point. And given the current stakes, I feel like it should be Internash. With this newfound speed, I wonder if it's not worth sticking the railgun on somebody. Like, right? I mean, we've got all these charge packs. We still only have this stupid shitty cloaking rig. I don't know. I feel like Prism's got her net downlink for maximum movement stuff. The problem with this thing is that we want not to have to be using it so much. But I feel like it works as a pretty decent, like, get out of jail card. In a kind of a similar way to how the cloak does. We can escape from a pinch by cloaking, or we can escape from a pinch by shooting somebody in the face. The problem is we can only shoot one person in the face. At least per turn. I mean, it's not like we're rolling with a fully tricked out flurry gun gambit here, is it? Also, unless I'm much mistaken, you can't actually reload weapons in the menu. I believe you can only do that actually during a mission, and that's kind of weird, right?